What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. The anniversary is upon us. We've got the stream tomorrow on the 3rd of March 2026, and I thought we should talk about a hot topic before we move into the next season. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. We're going to talk all about apparel and cosmetics because, as you guys know, here on the channel, I make a video every week with the store update to whatever new apparel we get. And it's a hot topic, more and more every week, depending on what they release. This becomes a pretty serious hot topic. For instance, you can see right now we've got the Fire Horse bundle in the store that has the mechanical moving Iron Man style helmet. We've got the Corporate Gangster. We've got the Screen Time bundle, which has like a bug style helmet. We've got things like the exotic skins for exotic guns and things like that. But there's some more outlandish things that we have had. I always found that the Scarecrow uniform was a bit weird. Anubis was definitely controversial. I always thought the toy soldier was pretty controversial, but it seemed to get away with it. More recent costumes like the Houndsman. Really early on, we had things like the Diver. And let's not forget the Space Explorer. Who can remember really early when we had the Heatwave event where you could get the tactical flip-flops? That didn't go down too well. Of course, along the way, who could forget we've had content creator apparel, just like my own. More recently, Assassin's Creed. But also really awesome stuff like the Curstarter jacket and t-shirt that helped raise money for World Cancer. But when it comes to community, we are fairly split on this topic. If we scroll down on my Anubis video, you can see straight away the Division Fortnite is here. We won't talk about the prices. We know they are pretty expensive, but you can see here some people actually like it. Some people think that they would buy it if it wasn't as expensive. The Division 2 Destiny, it's cool, but not as a full skin. People like piece by piece. $30 being way too much. Other people just definitely not liking it. Other people hoping for the anniversary season to bring more classic Division style into the game. Someone saying, how does it fit into the Division lore? And it really makes me wonder why Julian left. So there's a whole bunch of things here. And then obviously we always get some kind of comment about the dino suit that is maybe destined to come to our game. And it was the perfect time to log in to the Chinese version because, as you can see, obviously we have the dino suit. Somebody here is in Anubis. We've got somebody here in a bikini with a helmet that you'll recognize from our game as well. We've got a standard agent here as well, and somebody rocking what is a very 3D cell shaded type costume, which is actually pretty insane. The Chinese version is a different beast altogether, but we're not here to talk about that. Does anybody remember the Permafrost bundle? Not something you would think we would adopt from the Chinese version, but this was from the Chinese version. All of the stuff that we get from over there isn't necessarily too outlandish. The premium vitamin A set that you can see here, this was also from the Chinese version, but maybe not necessarily people would think that this would have come from there. But speaking on that season, sometimes people do agree that they get things right. As you can see here, from that same time, we got this tactical Easter style event with rabbits on, and yeah, it does look very Division-esque. As opposed to maybe this from the Chinese version of the game, where if you equip the full set, including the backpack, you actually have an exclusive flying emote that only you can do while wearing this set. But very quickly, jumping on Virtual's X page, you can see how the Chinese version takes it much, much further. We've got bikinis. Now, we have had a summer bikini, but it was a toned down version of one of the Chinese imports. Now, coming back onto the topic at hand, you can see here that the charity bundle raised 80,000 euros. And a lot of people in my comments or in my community told me that they bought this more so than any other apparel that we have had released in the game, which makes me wonder how much money does the Division 2 make from selling apparel. Now, we've come a long, long way when you look at it from Division 1 to the Division 2. It doesn't take much to look at the advertisement for the definitive edition and look at all of the different types of cosmetic and outfit packs that you get. You can see everything from firefighters to police to guards and general suit and tactical gear. But I suppose the main question is, has the Division gone too far already? Is the genie out of the bottle? Is it too late to roll it all back? Well, when you come into the base of operations, it's pretty bad right now for me. There is nobody here. But do I often see anybody running around in the Fool costume, the toy soldier? I don't think I ever have. And with anniversary coming up, we've got things like more Rainbow Six, Splinter Cell, and what looks like to be Ghost Recon as well. Which, when you go back to the Resident Evil collab, you feel like will fit into our game kind of perfect. And I've always kind of thought that things like that will fit in to the game fairly well. And I know that some people don't like some of the cosmetics, but I always kind of take us to be kind of a Purge style era. And when I say that, this is exactly what I mean. I typed Purge movie in Google Images and it comes up with this. And as you can see, things are a little bit weird. We've already got a cleaner style look. Other things that would remind me of the crossover that we did with Payday, them type masks. But then also this one here on the end, that is a little bit more out there with a Halloween kind of style. Now, does that take us all the way to Anubis? Probably not, but we are already there. We have had it in the game. So the question is, what are the people over at Massive and the Division going to do about it? Are they just going to release more and more things like the Firehorse bundle every week? Well, the question is, why do they release these bundles? And it quite simply must be to make money, and the fact that people must actually buy them. Otherwise, why would they waste time, resources that could be doing other things artistically in creating these sets? And I think simply people must buy them. Now, if you think about people who must be buying them, why are people buying them? Well, quite simply, people must actually like it, and it's not immersion breaking for some people. For me, for instance, am I into all of the tactical bikinis and things like that? Probably not. Am I into the dino suit? Well, I actually kind of like it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a bit of a laugh, but it absolutely, does it break the immersion of the game? Absolutely. But the game immersion has already been broken. We talked about it before. These things are already in the game and they will never go away. You can see then there's some, a couple of people here. They don't look like they're breaking immersion, and although these people do have the option to do that, I don't think at the moment it's incredibly popular. Unlike when you run around in the Chinese version of the game, everything is completely immersion broken, but they built the game that way. It's monetized in a very different way. It's a very different game developed by different people. It's essentially a different game altogether that just shares the same name. So with that being said, that obviously Massive are making money from this. Well, do I want Massive to make money? Absolutely. Do I care how and in what way that they make money? Well, as long as it's not pay to win, I actually don't, because that to me means that the game makes money, then hopefully that money is then used to invest back into the game to make the game bigger and better. We know we've got the 10th anniversary stream coming up tomorrow, and I'm kind of hoping that has big things for us going forward. We're at 10 years of the Division. We know Division 3 is in development. We know the Division Resurgence is right around the corner from coming out. To me, this thinks that if money is being made from this franchise, it's only going to get bigger and better. And I want that for a game that I love. Now, does that mean I want dino suits running around absolutely everywhere? Well, probably not, because I think if the entire version, if I came in and, you know, it was absolutely everywhere, would it kind of break the game a little bit? It probably would. I play the Chinese version. I very, very rarely see anybody else but myself and a couple of other people that I know that play the game in the dino suit. Yes, I'm looking at you, hello, and NGN. So if that is what's needed for the game to be successful, make money, and maybe give me DLCs, maybe give me expansions, maybe give me game modes, maybe give me new content, whatever that may be, as we reach 10 years of the Division, what can they do to make it better so that it suits everybody? Because you're never going to please absolutely everybody. Let's face it. Some people like the dino, some people absolutely hate it, some people like the bikinis, some people hate it. All them years ago, back in year one, people hated the tactical flip-flop event. Yet we got past it, and do you ever really see people running around? Not really. Not everybody likes the creator stuff that I've got on right here and now. And as you can see here, this person's just run in perfect timing with the GC Rock backpack on. Again, it's completely optional. And although that is not immersion breaking, it does feel like we've had too much stuff already to roll it back. Because what could they do? Take it out of the game? Refund everybody? It's only going to harm the game. And not everybody cares as much as I do. I absolutely get that. You know, people might be happy. Yes, shut the game down. It's what it deserves. They've taken it in the wrong place. Well, I would hate for that to happen. I want the game to do well. I want the franchise to do well. And I want to see a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th entry. I want the game to be going forever as long as it's good and, you know, I enjoy to play it with my teammates and my friends. So for me, and it's the one solution that I have been touting for a long, long while, we just need a lore mode. Essentially a switch that we can switch where if you want to see other people's customizations, you get to see them. If you don't, everybody is a classic Division agent. And you see them games, well, you see them agents all of the time. You just go to the website and you see your classic Division agent style. Could they mix it up a little bit? Yes, they could, but not too much, because Assassin's Creed had free apparel. So they couldn't even put it to store-bought apparel only. We've been able to earn some of this wacky apparel free. Heatwave, for example, with the tactical flip-flops. So essentially for me, there would have to be either levels of customization to it or just an all or nothing. Yes, I see exactly what I do to my own agent, but I don't see what anybody else does to their own agent. And then everybody can be happy. People can buy the skins, they can buy anything outlandish as they want, and everybody can look exactly their own visual style and choose whether they want to see other people's visual style. Does that mean they could go even crazier with this kind of stuff? It absolutely does. They could bring in every colour of dino suit from the Chinese version. Would it matter? No, because people could just turn it off. And everybody gets the benefit of the game making money to develop itself, future content, and maybe Division 3 4 or whatever else that we're going to get from the Division franchise. And I think that's just the easiest way to please everybody, because otherwise it's too hard. We saw before and we touched upon it with the Easter costumes. They went down fairly well. Assassin's Creed didn't go down well at all, really. I think that got more hatred in my comments than Anubis did. But maybe that's because when Assassin's Creed has crossed over into other Tom Clancy's games, as you can see here with Ghost Recon, the crossover ended up being pretty tactical and, I'm not going to lie, really, really cool looking. Now, would this have been too much of a stretch for our game? Probably not. I think I would have really liked to see this crossover in our game as well. But I don't want to see the creativity from the team just die and go away because they have to create everything on such a tactical theme. Not everybody can be a fireman, a policeman, a guard, or something like that. And there's only so many of them type of apparel outfits that you can create. So a lore switch to me just makes sense, because essentially it pleases absolutely everybody. Could it go more detail? It absolutely could. You could have store-bought cosmetics, team cosmetics, clan cosmetics. There is a million different ways that you could filter this out, but I think an all or nothing switch, just for now, would serve great purpose. And it might stop me getting as much hate as I do in the weekly reset videos that I make. And with all that being said, agents, that is going to be the end of this video. I'm really looking forward to the 10th anniversary news tomorrow. I will be live for the live streamed event. I booked some time off. I feel like it's important to be live during the 10th year of the Division franchise, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So come and check me out on Twitch and on YouTube. But as always, agents, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.